Hello, Sierra. You caught me on a great hair day. Looking awesome. Ready for your YouTube lesson. I was out filling my drive with rock this morning so people's cars wouldn't sink. So it wasn't so much a beauty day. But nevertheless, I'm prepared to teach you your lesson this afternoon. So let's go ahead and get started because your time is valuable and I have another lesson coming in just a little while. You can tell by the clock on my wall. Right back there in that shot is I can't do my hand the right way. That's right. There it is. Right there. It's actually your lesson time, right? So I'm talking to you. And hey, we made good notes last week, so I remember what we were doing. So go me. I'm very proud of me. All right, Sierra, I hear that you've been practicing good again this week, so that's excellent. I hope that you are able to keep that up because you're making great progress, and we're all very, very proud of you. So we have the first song in your new book that we're going to discuss today, and we have Thriller. All right, so I'm going to go in here in a little bit to Piano Maestro and see how you're doing on that. So we're going to start with the on with the show over here in your lesson book because we didn't talk about that very much last week. So, okay, I'm going to start at Piano Maestro. By the way, if you start Piano Maestro and it gives you kind of a weird thing, it's because the company that produces Piano Maestro has just released an upgrade, an update. It's supposed to crash less and do better. But you might get a new screen when you exit out and go back in again. So don't be alarmed. They haven't lost any of your stuff. They're just trying to make it better. It's their yearly advance, okay? So I've got it up on Piano Maestro here. I was kind of hoping they'd change the look of it so we could really tell they did something. But so far, it's kind of hard to tell. They did add a couple new songs, though. All right, so we have On With the Show. First thing with on with the show that we need to look at is that it kind of goes back and forth between the two hands. You have left and then right, left, and then right, left, and then right, okay? Each time that your left plays, it plays the same thing. So let's go ahead and I'm going to switch to my other shot. And see, there's my wiggly little fingers, and I'm actually going to change the way that I see it. It won't change the way that you see it. It changes the way that I see it so that way I can keep track of what's in the shot and what is not, okay? Okay, looks pretty good to me. So we have every time your left hand plays in the first three groups of your song, here at the top of your page, you have nice, right? So I'm going to give you a second. I'm going to ask you to think, what are the two notes that are used? We have one, a different one, and then it returns to the first. So think, what are those note names? If you said that the first note, it's like Blue's Clues. It's all interactive. Oh, you're too young for Blue's Clues. Little Einsteins, maybe? It's all interactive. The first note is G, okay? And the second note has a sharp on it. So think, what is that second note? Hopefully you said F sharp, okay? Because it's its neighbor. So we're alternating between G and F sharp. Here we go again. We'd have G, F sharp, G, a whole bunch of rests, whole bunch of rests, and then when we scan across to measure 7 and 8, you get G and G. So is there anything in your left hand there that's going to really trip you? You'll be fine with that. Now, instead of being exactly the same in your right hand, it changes a little bit. In fact, the first time that it plays, note-wise, it's a copy of your left hand, right? But that little pattern we call a motive, right? You might have heard motive before as a reason why someone does something, right? Like, her motive was to buy cake, all right? A reason for something. But like motivation in music, that little reason, that little pattern, if then we change it and we play it on a different letter or a different starting place, then it's called a sequence. And this happens a lot in music. So now we're going to move down and we get with the, it's the same pattern. It's small, it repeats the motive, but starting on a different pitch, on a different note, and that causes there to be a sequence. So we have a motive the first time it happens, and then a sequence of every additional time that happens on a different letter name. Okay, so looking at my hands, you first have, and then it has the sequence, and then it sequences again, and then that's it for that motive and sequence. You just have the D. All right. Now, the next thing, you have the rhythm is a little bit different. Where your left hand just had, this one has that tie at the beginning. And when you have two notes that are tied together, then remember one takes all the value from the next one, right? And so you only play it once, but it's twice as long. So if you have a quarter note, oh, it looks like I froze. I hate it when that happens.